Now it's time to see who has a heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here, I'm the man. Woo!
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
This is Chad McGee, head football coach of James Clements Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And good Saturday morning. Welcome to another edition of Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at the Applebee's on Highway 72 and I-65. I'm Jay Vassar. Along beside me, Todd DeBaugh Tumlin, and who's keeping us on the air is none other than the producer extraordinaire, Tim Lambert. We got a good show for you today. I think we have Jonathan Snider from the Ardmore Tigers. Coach Chris Bunio from the Elkmont Red Devils will join us. Chris Pirtle or someone else from Lindsay Lane Booster Club will join us to talk about I think they're having a golf tournament coming up, Todd, to raise money for their schooling, or for the gym or whatever. So then we'll have Michael Parker, coach of the Clements High School Colts, and Shelby Davis, West Limestone's coach, and our special guest, Huntsville Havoc's new head coach, Stuart Stefan, will join us. Talking about that free agent camp they had not too long ago. See if they signed some guys out of that.
They've been signing guys right and left here the last few days.
I tell you what, they got some shoes to fill with the old timers that left.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never got my call back. So I don't know if they're just waiting to the end or what.
Folks,
you didn't come to the tryout, did you?
I had a special tryout.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
They invited me. I didn't even go to them.
They had goon tryouts.
Goon tryout. Okay.
Can't skate, but I can put you up against the board if I can get to you.
Hey, look for us on Facebook at Tailgate Talk, Applebee's Tailgate Talk, and on Instagram or Twitter at Tailgate Talk AL. show. Visit online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll, enter your nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download that PAS Plus app for your Android or ISO devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, Google, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. Call or text us during the show, 256-812-1TGT. That's 256-812-1848. All our calling guests are come via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And our special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. Well, went down to watch Clements play last night, had homecoming, and took care of them Patriots and DAR.
Yeah, they put it on them,
yeah,
didn't they?
they did. So,
sure did.
I was telling Tim off air, I had an interesting phone call yesterday, Todd.
Oh, yeah?
One of my high school mates called me, Jason Black, give me a call. Yeah. And he said, I need a favor from you. And I said, well, okay, what is it, He said, next weekend my daughter's getting married. My daughter JC's getting married. And he said, Friday night's her rehearsal dinner. He said, and I ain't going to be able to be here at Clements because they play Marion County. He said, would you be interested in doing play-by-play? I mean, do the PA for
Oh.
And I said,
I didn't even realize Jason did.
I said, what do I got to do? He said, it's all scripted out. He said, all you got to do, just say the downs and who made the tackles. He said, I got my sister Samantha on one side, Tony Turner on the other. They spot for you. He said, all you got to do is bring your phone, play a little music in between, before and in between. He said, you're good. So I'm going down Monday night to JV game to try it out and see how it works, and then Friday night we'll be on.
That's awesome, dude. Good for you. That'll be fun, man. Go back home, be able to call a game like that.
And actually last night I sat in with him at the second half of the game just to try to get used to it and all that. So
well, that'll be awesome. You'll do a great job.
It's pretty fun to actually get to go back home.
Heck yeah. Yeah, it'd be different if it was, some other school, but that's you. That's your school.
So,
we were watching Sports Center here, and Pat McAfee's field goal giveaway there, and you've got Fox has got their giveaway. Terry Bradshaw's money. I'm thinking maybe we should do a giveaway Todd the Bod's money.
Yeah. Well, 22 cents, week is free Frosty card to get you somewhere. That's all they get.
I don't know. You don't ever know. I've worked at radio stations where, one station over here is giving away $1,000 every week, and we're giving away $77 worth of groceries. You wouldn't believe the folks that entered for the $77, and maybe just because they thought, well, I ain't never going to get $1,000.
Hey, and who misses the LNS $100 giveaway for groceries?
Oh wow,
forgot about that. Wow,
Cousin Josh promoted it well.
Yeah, he did.
So Todd the Bod's 22 cents
and free frosting.
And free frosting. Free frosting. Okay.
It's a little bitty card you got, and you show them, you get a free mini frosting.
So last night, some region games and some non-region games. So Tim, what's it time for?
Scores and more.
All righty. Football last night. Muscle Shoals defeated James Clements 42-28, and that's a game we did last night, and that one is one that should have been closer than it was. I'm not going to get into the officiating, but
get into it. They don't know you.
Well, I'm just saying I don't want to bash them because I don't know. I don't think they were like shorthanded or anything, but anyway, There was some turnovers and things that contributed to points from Muscle Shoals. So anyway, that one could have been closer. This one was not even close. Clements on their homecoming night over DAR 63-6. Ardmore got their first win of the season, and it was over rival Elkmont 41-14. West Limestone won their homecoming game too over East Limestone 20-7. And Tanner also won homecoming 21-3 over Columbia. Let's see. So coming up in future weeks, well, next week we'll have Bobby Shuttleworth on. Not the former soccer player, but the daughter of legendary Calhoun basketball coach Bob Shuttleworth, and she's been a reporter and anchor for TV and radio stations around here. She's got some Pat Summitt stories too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, we had her on halftime of one of the Calhoun games last year, and we just ran out of halftime time with her. And then in 2 weeks we'll have Terrence Cody, former Alabama player. He's going to be doing a signing on the third Saturday in October, so we'll be getting into that. And that's Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. You can visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
And Athens was off last night, and they got 3 straight region games coming up. Coleman, Hartselle, and Columbia, so they got a tough road to hold to try to hang in there and get that and stay in that playoff spot.
Speaking of Coleman, did anybody hear them and Mortimer and Jordan score last night? Nobody was reporting it. I couldn't find it anywhere. Coleman versus Mortimer and Jordan.
I'll see if I can find
none of
it.
the news stations, Max Preps. I would just Google it and couldn't find anything on it. I was just curious if Coleman pulled off a victory.
I'll look and see. I'm waiting for my app to come up there. So, we heard about the 2 schools that had to forfeit their games.
Was it Coosa Christian and
White Plains? Is it White Plains? And Coosa Christian had to forfeit
the whole season, right?
Well, all their region games are now non-region, so they can't make the playoffs. And we were wondering earlier why they had to do that with all the region games, and it's because they forfeited a region game. So
they played an illegal player, right? Is that what it was?
No.
No.
I think the others, I think it was Anniston or something, had a shooting a day or two before, and so I guess they just didn't feel safe going to play there. So they forfeited their game, and then as far now, Coosa Christian, I don't know their situation, but what's ironic is the team they were supposed to have played last night forfeited to them.
Wow.
So that's
amazing.
Weird. So, but we were wondering why they had to forfeit all those, or not forfeit, but all those games were not going to count for region games, and just because they forfeited a required game that they were supposed to play. If it had been non-region, it would have been an issue.
That's still kind of weird. It's just a game. It doesn't matter if it's region or not.
Yeah.
I mean, you move forward and play the rest of your region games. If you win them, you're in. Yeah. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
That's
weird. I don't think either team was.
Well, I mean,
they weren't on the road to make the playoffs.
My point is, they
so.
could have been. They could have been some studs out there, and been on their way to an outstanding season. And then the state cuts their legs out from under them over something. Then it's obviously on the outside looking in, seems pretty stupid. But I don't
who knows? They might go back and punt next week and say, "Okay, never mind."
Just like the gift card did.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's weird.
But anyway, that's Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Did I do that already?
Yeah, I think you did.
Did I? Okay.
You got to give a special shout out.
Yeah.
Were you going to do that?
Well, you go ahead.
Okay, well, I was going to say, we got Coach Garth Garris and his wife Allison are giving to their son Brady in wedding today in Philadelphia, right? Yes. They're getting married in Philadelphia. Coach Dennis Black, for those that know Coach Black, is actually going to do the ceremony, and so Pastor Black, Brother Black, he's going to be giving them
like that old song, The Reverend Mr. Black.
Yeah. There you go.
But so anyway, I texted all of them this morning, told them I was praying for them, thinking of them, and excited for them. So congratulations to all of them.
Brady and Brienne live right off Cambridge Lane, so they had to travel to Philly for her families. That's where her families were, a lot of her family members, so they got married up there.
So they're going to say hey to Reed while they're up there?
They might do.
Reed may pop in. Who knows? Might be a special guess.
He'll intercept the bouquet.
He might be the ring bearer.
Oh, man. But congratulations to Reed on that interception over Baker Mayfield last week. But we're going to take us a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app. We'll be right back.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
First National Bank is a name everyone in the community recognizes. We see it in our schools, in our parks, and in our homes. First National Bank is proud to help make our community great. I am First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Elijah Goins from Athens Bible School, and I love to help represent First National Bank in my community. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time. Running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Second 11 from the 31. Two receivers right, three left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
This is Shay McGowan from Mental Edge Performance. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I'm all about that action. I said I'm all about that action.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. And joining us now on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, is our buddy, the man that knows all, sees all, has been everywhere we can think of, the SEC guru of ours, Mr. AP Stedham. AP, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be on Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Where did your travels take you today, AP?
I'm at Auburn University to see the Dogs pick on the Tigers.
The South's oldest rivalry, right?
Oldest rivalry was 100 and something years old, right?
Yeah.
Well, we sent Tom down there to do our business, so if you see him, you make sure you straighten him out. Pop upside the head or
something. Take care of him, right?
That's right. So, since you're down there and you're ready to roll, talk. What are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I mean, how do you shorten a game? What do you do if you don't have the talent? You have to get your offensive line, maybe make some holes for those running backs, let the clock run, keep that other powerful offense on the sideline. You chart those passes during the week, the short passes that your quarterbacks can't complete. You run those plays, you hope they're open. You catch the ball, you keep those chains moving, keep that other offense on the sideline, and then you try to score. When you get into that, over the 30-yard line, you got to make a field goal, you got to make a touchdown, you got to do something. You can't miss field goals. You have to have excellent execution, no penalties, no motion penalties, holding, all those things that prevent you from driving the field. So you have to play almost perfect football as far as your mistakes. No self-inflicted wounds. And you have to no turnovers. You have to get some turnovers. You have to hope they miss field goals or fumble the ball, throw an interception, those types of things. And then that gives you just a chance to win.
Now, AP, since, the last week's game, Thorne didn't play as well, you think we see more Robbie Ashford?
Probably so. I mean, he has no reason, no loyalty to Peyton Thorne if he's not playing well. Why wouldn't you select the other quarterback to give your team an opportunity to win? He's mobile. He's elusive. You can put in some specific packages. I'd try all three of them. Hugh Freeze at this point, first year, coaching staff trying to build the program, trying to get some momentum, upset a huge rival at home, national TV. Why not? Why not? Why would you, keep that person on the sideline?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's somebody definitely needs to be on the field in some form or fashion.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're all on scholarship for a reason. Play them.
Yeah.
And then that would be a huge upset win and going into an off week next week. So that'd be huge for this Auburn team.
Oh, it'd be unbelievable amount of positive energy around the program. I mean, they already got some good energy, I think, because of the recruiting trend. And if you get a big win like this against the number one team in the country with everybody watching, I'd say that's more than positive. That's like an infusion of, a new heart.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So will we see the second half Alabama team this week against Mississippi State, do you think?
Mississippi State, they lost big against LSU a couple weeks ago at home, put up 30 points against South Carolina. I think Will Rogers now, maybe he's in a groove. Can you stop him on the road in Starkville with all those bells? And will Alabama, will they be concentrating on not those self-inflicted wounds, those offside penalties, the holding, the people downfield? But the defense is playing well. Defense is playing fairly well.
Yeah.
But with that offense, I mean, the quarterback, we know he can throw the long ball. Really, I think that's his specialty really right now in the passing game. And he cannot run anybody on the field, probably. But it's up to them. I mean, it's just concentration and focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, an 8 o'clock kickoff with all those cowbells kind of might distract from that focus a little bit. I cannot stand those late kickoffs, man. I don't know as a player if at all it affects them, but it's got to mess up your routine, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's late. And then just going back to if they're going to do something in the game, on the offensive line, are they going to give the quarterback protection? Are they going to open some holes? I mean, they're big enough, certainly, right? They're as big as anybody playing football.
Yeah.
So, why are they not performing? Why?
That's a question we all would love to know that answer to. It's just, you look at them and you think, oh, my God. And it's not just the fact that they're big. They actually can move.
Yeah.
I mean, they have good, good feet skills, but they're just not moving people off the ball. It's just amazing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's up to them. I mean, they're huge, those guys. Excuse me, that's got to be one of the biggest lines ever at Alabama.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, my goodness.
It's probably bigger than most NFL lines. Right there on par.
I think so, yeah. If you put an NFL uniform on them, you could have mistaken for an NFL team.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of, it's changing gears real quick. Did you happen to see, I don't even know if it was Thursday night, maybe Wednesday night, Clay Chalkville versus Thompson?
That's Thursday.
Was it Thursday night?
I didn't see that game.
I just happened to be flipping channels, and boom, there it was right there, like on ESPN2 or one of the ESPN channels. Mm-hmm. The ending of the game was just phenomenal. But Thompson had this one kid, number 72. I meant to look up his name, and I was hoping you may even know about him. He was a man amongst boys, and those boys were huge to begin with.
He was 6'8", 365.
Is that his size? Okay. And he's already signed or committed. But
he's committed to Oregon.
Okay, right.
He's playing tackle, or was he playing defensive line? Both,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, a matter of fact, I think they threw him it was a two-point conversion.
2-point play.
Yeah, 2-point conversion. He lines up on the outside, and they threw that big rascal of football, and he broke 2 or 3 tackles. Just drug those kids in the end zone.
That must have been something.
It looked like Damon Payne in that Sugar Bowl game against Clemson.
Yeah.
Right. That's funny. Right. That's funny to see Big Guy rumble, right?
Yeah. I was just curious if you'd seen it. I can't remember.
I'm going to check him out.
Clay Chalkville ended up winning Jay, by like 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think it was like 3.
But the last like 2.5, 3 minutes of the game were just crazy. It's back and forth, big plays and touchdowns. Anyway, I'm going to go back and just check out the highlights. Big kids out there. A lot of college athletes on that field from both teams.
Yeah, most of the time those two teams have quite a few talent that can compete in college for sure.
AP, wonder what Florida team we'll see today up in Lexington.
Isn't that the strangest series? 31 years in a row, Florida beats Kentucky, and then the last 5 years it's 3-2 Kentucky.
Yeah.
And they're playing in Lexington. Lexington, Kentucky plays solid defense most of the time. They have their transfer running back, Davis, who's doing good things for them. The offensive line is back to normal at Kentucky. Hopefully protecting that quarterback that transferred from North Carolina State, Devin Leary. In Florida, Graham Mertz is not spectacular. He's steady, doesn't turn the ball over. They have 2 good running backs, Johnson and I forgot the other one's name. Oh, Etienne, right? Johnson and Etienne. So, Florida's going on the road. Billy Napier is building some momentum, and it beat Tennessee down in Gainesville. But Kentucky's playing at home. They're looking to win that game. It's a 2.5-point spread, I believe.
It's it's down to 1
right?
now.
It's a point now.
1.
Yeah.
Ooh, 1 point right now. Yeah, it'll be a good game to watch. I'm sure. I would definitely watch that game if I was home.
Now, I've been to Lexington for basketball games numerous times. So I've never been there for football. What is their atmosphere like there for a football game? Is it intimidating to the Division team at all?
I don't know. They get loud enough, I guess. They fill the stadium.
Yeah.
They're excited. Mark Stoops is an excellent coach. I really like him, what he does for his football team. He's kind of vanilla, but he does have those wide receivers, those young wide receivers, Berrien Brown and Dane Key. They're talented. Yeah. They got some height and some speed, those 2 players, and he always throws to the tight end, of course. And defensively, he always gets these Ranger players. They're 6'3", 6'4" linebackers. They're long, they're athletic, and I just like his team. The kicking game's not always the best, I don't think, at Kentucky. So that could be a problem in a tight game.
Yeah.
So Lane Kiffin takes on Brian Kelly today. LSU and Ole Miss in Oxford. How do you see that matchup?
LSU, they're too strong. I think Jaden Daniels is playing really well. And they got Malik Neighbors, that's a 1,000-yard combination from last year. LSU, Harold Perkins, I think they're starting to use him correctly on the defensive side, terrorizing the quarterback. Lane Kiffin, 10 points at Alabama the year that Alabama was vulnerable. And, they had the transfer tied in, Michael Trick from USC. He left the team. He's got some good receivers. I don't know how healthy they are. Jackson Dart had played well to that point, but he didn't do anything against Alabama. So they're playing at home. It'll probably be tighter. I think it was a 7-point spread, maybe something like that.
I thought I seen. Was it 2.5 early? I haven't
seen it.
I thought I seen 2.5 early in the week, but
did you see it closer? Okay, I just trying to remember off the top of my head, but I don't know. LSU is a strong football team. It depends on how they're focused.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, he's been throwing up 300 yards a game, and he's very tough to tackle. And when you have Ole Miss gave up 81% to Alabama's quarterback throwing the ball. Was that right last week? So if you're having trouble stopping a passer, and Jaden Daniels is a much better passer than Jalen Milroe, I'd stay with LSU.
Yeah. Hey, going back to last week's game, AP, what did you think about towards the end of the game there? Ole Miss is down by 2, and 5, 6, 8 minutes left to go in the game, whatever. They didn't seem like they were showing hardly any urgency. They weren't like rushing up to the ball to snap plays. It was which was great for Alabama fans. But
right.
What did you think about that? It was almost like Lane was just like throwing in the towel or something.
Yeah, somebody said that to me. He looked kind of distracted. Somebody mentioned that to me. I didn't get a chance to watch much of that game. I was at a different ball game, LSU, and I was down there in Baton Rouge for the Arkansas game. But somebody did mention that to me, that he did not look like he was fully committed to that game last week. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But he, did you read a stat that he's only beaten 3 teams in the final top 25 in his career?
Oh, wow.
Did you read that stat or something like that?
No, well, the next day, I was just flipping radio channels, and I can't even think of the guy's name. He does the Alabama post-game show. I don't know if it's statewide or whatever. But anyway,
Roger Hoover.
No, Drew
DeArmond.
Yeah.
Oh, Drew
DeArmond.
Oh, yeah, Drew.
Holy smoke, man. He was pulling out stats like that on Kiffin. He was like, why does everybody elevate him to this level of coaching God when he's never beaten anybody? He's never done anything. He was mentioning that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, not really. I'm not sold on him. Yeah, he's a great play caller, but a lot of people are at Alabama, we found out, right?
Yeah. Well, and he even mentioned he would take Sark 10 times over Lane as far as play calling goes, which
right.
10 times over, but
yeah. So how he hoodwinked them last year when they were floating his name for the Auburn job, and he got a raise, and he went from 7-0 to 8-5.
Yeah.
But I was there in Baton Rouge when he was ahead, 17-3 or 20-3.
Yeah.
And he lost that game by about 20 points.
Sure did.
Scored 3 points in the second half. So yeah, I'm not sold on him as a head coach. And I tell people all the time, there's a jillion coaches you can hire and pay them millions of dollars, and they're 8-9 win coaches. That's it.
Yeah.
There's a jillion of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
Are they championship coaches? No, I don't think so.
I agree.
Well, AP, we appreciate you joining us. As we see it, listen to it on your platform, all your podcast platforms, your radio stations throughout the South. You and Kelly.
Yeah, who y'all have this week?
I'm not sure. We're going to see Hugh Freeze Monday night down in Mobile. I'll see Hugh down there. Maybe I'll get him to do a short interview with us. Maybe we'll see.
Well, for real quick, for those who didn't listen, go back and listen to that Jerry West interview, and I mean that was just phenomenal. And Ozzy, that was wow. Just people need to go back and check that out.
Thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate that. Yes, on our archive, look on our Facebook page. It has the link to all of our episodes.
All right.
Every episode is there.
AP, keep Tom straight down there in that press box, and we'll talk to you next week.
Okay. Thank you now. Appreciate it.
Man.
Yeah, bye-bye now. Bye-bye now.
That was AP Stedham, our SEC guru. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
AP Stedham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard weekly on the AP and Kelly As We See It podcast on Anchor and Spotify. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands, Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur and Athens. 256-566-5298.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street, open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis and Cole LLP.
Tune in every Tuesday through Thursday this football season for the WKAC Coaches Shows. Join us as we get the scoop from Ardmore, Athens, Clements, East Limestone, Elkmont, James Clemens, Tanner, and West Limestone. The WKAC Coaches Shows on 1080 WKAC.
Hey, this is East Limestone baseball coach Adam Brown, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're supposed to have Coach Shelby Davis on. We're trying to reach him by phone. It's able to get him, so we got his voicemail, so maybe he'll call us back here pretty soon. So Todd, talk about tonight's game. We know, like we said, told AP it's going to be an 8 o'clock start. I hate those, man.
Let all them cowboy old whiskey drinking folks get lit up out there tailgating all day long, man. It's going to be so loud. And if we don't come out and kind of, I think, take control of it pretty early and just keep on letting them getting rowdier and rowdier, we could be in for an interesting night. I mean, I feel like we'll be okay, don't you? But
yeah, we got to set the tone early.
Exactly. We got to set that tone early. Lions got to get out there and block, man. Just take care of the football, no stupid mistakes.
And
neither side of the ball.
For the ones that hadn't been to Scott Field, and it gets loud over there with them cowbells. And they're artificial noisemakers, so they ain't supposed to use them, but hey.
Which, I mean, when all that came about and they were talking about taking them away because they were, that's such a long-standing tradition. I didn't have any problem with them keeping it, but,
And what used to kill me was Zach. Zach said, if anybody from Mississippi State sits next to me in Tuscaloosa, I'm going to tell the usher to take that cowbell away.
Like the other 40,000 weren't going to matter?
Yeah. I said, Zach, why you want to do that for? I don't want to hear that thing.
There used to be a big Mississippi State fan, and he still may be out there floating around. I wish I could think of his name, but he reminded me of Bama Zach so much. He had like a YouTube show.
Oh, Stingray.
Yeah, Stingray.
He's still out there.
Yeah, I've not seen nothing on him in forever. He was funny.
And of course, the Whitesides, they're big Mississippi State boosters. I say boosters supporters.
I've got a couple friends that graduated from Mississippi State, so. But yeah, there shouldn't be. I don't even know what the line is. I haven't seen.
It's 14.5.
Okay,
I think.
So it's not bad to be on the road on an SEC game and being favored by 2 touchdowns. So you got that,
and this is the last time we play them annually.
I know it, man. Everything's fixing to come to a screeching, not halt, but change for sure.
Yeah.
After next year, and we
got more Eastern teams next year than we do Western teams.
Yeah.
So.
At some point, next year they're doing away with East-West, right?
Yeah, the divisions, but as you know, the teams that are in the East now will.
Right, but I'm just saying. And we'll always look at it that way.
Yeah,
I mean, 10 years from now, people may not, but for those who grew up with the East-West deal or been around that long, we'll always look at it that way. But I still look at Oklahoma and Texas being in the Big 12. So.
Yeah. And then what about last week's Notre Dame Ohio State game? They twice Notre Dame only had 10 players on the field, especially that last play.
Can't make mistakes like that. Not at that
How
level.
can you not know that?
I don't know. Not at that level. Well, what about the Alabama game when the situation with the downs?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got 1,400 eyeballs on that stuff. You've got coaches and analytics people and I don't know what all, and nobody knew what down it was, quarterback, referees.
It was Darian Hagan all over again.
Holy smoke. I know you get caught up in whatever, but, man, there should be at least 2 people's eyeballs. That's all y'all do is make sure the down and distance is right every time.
And then tonight, Tennessee and South Carolina play, or I think it's tonight or later this afternoon. And Tennessee will be looking for revenge after last year's game over in Columbia.
Yep.
That's when Hendon Hooker went down, and Tennessee season, their postseason went down, so they'll be looking for revenge tonight up in Neyland. So
yeah, they will. I don't know who else is. What kind of out of SEC big games is there today? I can't think of any offhand.
And then at 11 o'clock we got USC and Colorado.
Yeah, that's a big one. And it's amazing after that beat down that Colorado took last week. I'm flipping channels today, and I don't even know what channel was on. They were interviewing what was the former USC quarterback that's in the media now.
Matt Leinart.
They're interviewing Matt Leinart. And who are they talking about? Deion Sanders. I'm like, come on, give me a break.
Mortimer Jordan won, by the way, 24-20.
Okay. Thank you for that update. I mean, it was amazing. There was like nothing out there in the internet world for it. They were talking about Deion, and he may get them there one day, but this ain't the day.
Yeah. And then USC's favored, I think, by what, 20, 22,
I'd say
21,
at least,
22?
and it's probably not going to be that close. I was trying to think. Oh, what was the final of the Utah-Oregon?
Oregon State won.
I knew it was like 21-7 last score I saw. That was the first half, though.
I think it was 31 to something. I think it was the final score.
It's one top 10 team that goes down already.
And I could have sworn I heard Brad Nessler and them calling the game.
Really? I didn't even pay attention. Oh, no. That was Tim.
That sounded just like old Brad Nessler.
It was a Tim, been around forever. Used to be did all the SEC stuff. Tim. I mean, he works for Fox.
Tim Brando.
Tim Brando. It was Tim Brando and somebody else. Yeah.
Oh, Spencer Tillman.
Okay.
They always do those games.
Yeah, Brando did it.
And then Thursday night, Tim's Packers got destroyed.
Yeah, that wasn't very good.
Well, yeah, they did. I'm not holding my breath on anything this year. So, but I turned it on just in time to see an interception there at the end. And so I'm like, okay.
That Aiden Hutchinson's a beast.
Now, their second half back on Sunday, I was like, wow. I'm thinking all three of my teams last weekend had good second halves and came back to win. So,
And how bad did the Jets miss Aaron Rodgers? Golly.
Oh, man, I hate it, bro.
I didn't even watch the Jets.
I hate it for Zach Wilson.
Well, I turned it on to watch his first game, and I was like 3 minutes into the first quarter, and I was like, where's Aaron Rodgers?
He was gone. Speaking of the Jets, so Taylor Swift is going to be at the game this weekend. And she's already announced, she lives in New York. For those who don't know by now, if you don't know, she's dating Travis Kelce, Kansas City Chiefs tight end, and that's who the Jets are playing. Listen, y'all, this is insane. I've never understood, like, watching a commercial and seeing a celebrity endorser. Like, I've never thought, oh, yeah, I'm getting that. Because, she or he says it's top notch,
Yeah.
So I don't get that. I mean, some people obviously do. Kelvis, or what's his name? Kelce Travis's shirts went up, sales 400%. 400% because of her appearance.
Wow.
Ticket sales for the Jets ended up selling out. Ticket prices went from $75 to $400 and $500 and $600 because Taylor Swift's just going to be in the building, dude.
It's them Swifties.
Yeah. I mean, and at least
shake it off, man.
She's talented. I don't listen to that kind of music, so I don't, really get it.
Let's get her on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even get through her first line of publicists, let alone her third line of publicists. That's for sure.
That's all you need her is a James Clements game.
Yeah, there we go.
Bradley and Johnny would be all.
Oh, man. Be a halftime interview, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Maybe we'll get Coach Davis back on here in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
Congratulations to East Limestone's Jake Cochran, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's, along with a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
This is First National Bank Student Advisory Board member Claire Holt from Athens Bible School, and I love First National Bank. They make it easy for me to balance school, work, and my social life. With convenient services like online banking, bill pay, and the mobile app, I can take care of my finances without having to worry. I can check my balance, transfer funds, and I was even able to deposit my paycheck from my phone. First National Bank, making communities great.
Located at 1880 Highway 72 East and 321 South Jefferson Street in Athens. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Real estate real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate real easy. PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clements sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
Hey, this is Will Lowry, former safety for the University of Alabama, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at the Applebee's on 72 and 65. I'm Jay Vassar alongside Todd Tomlin, our producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, keeping us on the air. And we have a special guest here in studio, Mr. Jon Sherron from the Lindsay Lane Booster Club. John, you got a little golf tournament coming up, I think.
Yeah, so first of all, I just want to say I appreciate you guys inviting me out. I've always been told I have a face for radio, so I'm excited about
We do too.
I absolutely do. You're a good-looking man, though, John, so I think you would do TV justice, buddy.
You guys really have it set here. I mean, I'm already kind of smelling some of the food getting ready to come out and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so this
hang
doesn't seem
around long
like too
enough
bad
to
of
get a
gig.
mozzarella stick or something, whatever. They surprise us from time to time.
I tell you what, we do the broadcast of basketball games out there at Lindsay Lane. It's great to see that new gym coming along, and we'll be in there for too long.
Well, we're super excited about that, and what they're telling us is hopefully somewhere around the first of the year we should be able to get in there.
That's amazing.
And I think it's just a huge benefit for the school in a lot of different ways. I mean, as you guys have probably seen, I mean, we've had exponential growth there. Past 2 or 3 years, we've had 40 or 50% growth, and so while that's a huge blessing, it's also presented some big challenges and stuff too. And I mean, not only from a sports perspective, but also from a classroom perspective. So that new gym's going to give us an opportunity to try to expand some classrooms.
That's what I was going to ask you, if y'all were going to maybe convert that into offices or classrooms, both, whatever. I didn't know.
Yeah, so they're planning initially on 10 new classrooms in there that should be able to accommodate an additional 350 students. Awesome, and then we'll kind of gradually build those other 5 classrooms out as we go. But it's going to include a weight room and a gym and all those kind of things. So we're super excited about that. But kind kind of the mission of the Booster Club is just to kind of walk along the side of our athletic programs and try to help them any way we can. I mean, sometimes it's just, serving and doing concessions and things like that.
Yes.
But a lot of what we do is, is fundraising, fundraising portion of it. So this golf tournament represents the biggest fundraiser that we do for the year, the biggest opportunity to fundraise for the year. And so we kind of, we just ask support from the community with that. And there's a few different ways that people can help support that. One is, we just do a prize table. We do like a raffle table or whatever at the tournament. And
that's great. So you don't even have to come out there and hit the golf ball.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So if you're as terrible at golf as I am, then there's some opportunity for you that way too. But yeah, so we can donate through that as well. If you've got a local business and you just kind of want to help promote your own business or whatever, you can donate items to be raffled. And then we just have the kind of the sponsorship portion of it too. So there's a lot of different levels there that you can participate in, and that can be anything from corporate sponsorships all the way down to local business.
Okay.
And then kind of really the third way is just actually participating. If you love to play golf, the golf tournament's actually going to be on Monday, October 30th. We're going to do a shotgun start at 1 o'clock. We'll serve lunch prior to that, and then just kind of do some registration things in the morning.
Is this like 2-man, 4-man?
It's going to be a 4-man scramble. Yep. Okay. Yeah, 4-man format.
And of course, Mickey's going to host it. Cane Breaks.
So. Absolutely, and they're always Cane Breaks. Always been awesome to work with this. We've been involved 5 or 6 years with them, and I think they've helped us host it way beyond that too. So we're just really excited about it. If anybody would like additional information on that, they can reach us by our website. So it's LLCA boosterclub.com.
Okay.
And once you get on there, it's pretty self-explanatory, but you can click on the events portion of that, and then just it'll have all the golf information laid out from sponsorships to teams to all kinds of different stuff.
And it's also up on your Facebook page, correct?
Correct. So yeah, if you type in LLCA Booster Club on Facebook and Instagram, you can also find information that way too.
How much is it per team?
Okay, so it's going to be $150 a person. So we're doing the 4-man team. So most of the teams are going to be $600.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
No.
You get lunch too, and a lot of prizes, and I'm sure like closest to the pin, longest drive, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll have that. We'll have some hole-in-one options, and we're probably going to have some surprises out there too. So I just encourage everybody to, and if it's something that you're interested in doing, I mean, if you can register beforehand, I mean, that's probably the most advantageous because, in years past, I mean, it's a popular event, and sometimes we don't have space day of.
Yeah,
so we would encourage everybody to go ahead and sign their teams up now.
Good idea. Well, that and it's just easier to organize everything. Go ahead and sign up. If y'all, get your team together, get out there. October 30th, man, it's a great time to play golf. Jay still plays, and I mean, this is perfect golf weather, man, around this area.
So I got a shout out to either Andy John or Kenny Blythe. If y'all need an extra one, just call me. I'll be there to help y'all out.
We will keep that in mind.
Now, getting back to the Booster Club, and I'm not going to say you're going to speak for the whole Booster Club here, but something I've been thinking of. You know what? Maybe the Booster Club can start. You can maybe hire me as a recruiting coordinator for this area. Maybe we can build Lindsay Lane into the Mars Hill of Limestone County.
Decatur Heritage.
Which we were listening. You know about Decatur Heritage, right?
I don't know if I know exactly what you. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, no comment.
You can listen to past broadcasts and get Todd's.
But you know what? There's a lot of great athletes around here. I can go and I can pluck them, dude. I can get them from Tanner, East, Ardmore, Elkmont, West, and man, we can create a conglomerate. We will have. I mean, so when y'all are ready for that next move, and I work cheap, so just holler at.
Well, Todd, I hope by cheap you mean free, because if that's the case, you're our guy for sure. Okay. Yeah, but no, we really appreciate it. I mean, like I said,
tell your coaches, tell them all.
Yeah, we're on it. I'm on that for sure.
Now, is Megan still the AD out there?
Yeah, so Megan Ellison is our athletic director. She does a phenomenal job.
She does.
She's usually the first one there and the last one to leave. So, we've got close to 40 sports teams at the school.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
We've got an enrollment of about 750 students. And what's really unique, I think, about Lindsay Lane is that, 3/4 of those students are participating in sports.
That's right.
And let's be honest. I mean, it's great because, I mean, we're able to kids are able to have this cross-led education, but they're also getting that on the sports fields too. And sports is a great connector. So, we're just really excited about what God's doing there.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a huge blessing. I mean, I can remember years ago, John, remember this, Jace, before you started attending Lindsay Lane, but, Brother Dusty, presents this to the congregation, and I think most of us looked around like, come on, dude, you're crazy. And for, his vision has come full, fruit. I mean, it's there. It's probably beyond maybe what Brother Dusty even thought it could be. I don't know, but
enrollment I think on that first year was somewhere around 30 students. And I think we were pretty excited to have that. I mean, we had one campus, and then over time, over the last 10 or 12 years, that's transferred into 3 campuses, and as I mentioned earlier, 750 students, and
it's continuous.
So we definitely, I think the school's got a vision to continue that. I mean, we've got some different opportunities in place for real, but we're super excited about the gym. We're super excited about the future for the football program too. I mean, this year they were able to field a junior high team, which encompassed 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. We're hoping that transfers into a junior varsity team next year, and then hopefully a varsity team the year after that. But we've got some work to do out there on our facilities in terms of football, and I think that's one of the reasons that like I said, I'm appreciative to you guys let me come out this morning and promote this golf tournament, because
that's what we're here for.
Because we definitely could use some help in trying to get those facilities more in line.
As a 40-plus team school, and you being y'all being the Booster Club, does it ever get a little hairy with hey, wait a minute, we want that money, or y'all, we need that money more than you need that money, and because there's only so much money to go around.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting question that you bring up, and I think that obviously that's a challenge, right? Because you could look at every single program and say there's a lot of need, right? And that is the case. I think our job is to try to look at each individual sports, and all sports are different, right? So for example, if you look at swim. Swim's a growing sport at our school, but swim is not really able to create any revenue on its own, right? And so, in situations like that, the Booster Club tries to look at that and say, okay, where can we maybe help a little bit more with a situation like that? I think track is one of those. We've got an awesome track team at the school. Won a state championship, a year ago, and so, but again, those guys struggle to try to generate revenue. So that's another example of maybe where we can try to help a little bit more in those situations.
And then, Coach Marson with baseball.
What they've been able to do there is just phenomenal. I've told Coach that. What he's been able to build in that program and the organization that he's put there has really been great. And just to be really honest, it's taken a lot of pressure off the Booster Club, because in a lot of ways they've kind of got that train rolling there. So
it's just it's amazing how fast all this is transpired. Honestly, how can it? What's it been? It's probably been more than 10 years. I don't know how long has Lindsay Lane been?
I think the initial start of the school with that class that I was talking about earlier, I think was 2009. But there was just so much. There was so much ramp up, involved in that. So,
but to go from that to this, and this, and not just go from that to that, but the success that came along with it. You got a basketball player. Tommy Morrison comes along. That ain't gonna be broken. Not Tommy Morrison. Tommy Murray. Charlie Morrison. Tommy's Mercer record's not. I can't imagine anybody touching that ever.
That was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh my goodness! And we called several of those games, and it was you couldn't stop the young man.
The fire chief had to get people away because the gym would be so full.
Well, speaking of the gym, and you're talking about trying to build a new gym. Are they going to be playing games in the gym this year? Because I was trying to get my schedule together, and I noticed they're at the same other school 2 times. So I thought, well, maybe they're not doing it.
Yeah, I think the initial thought was hopefully we would be able to get in the gym for this basketball season. But, because of things like permitting and stuff like that, we really lost a lot of time last fall, and that kind of delayed and been able to get things done.
Okay.
And so they've really been out there working hard the last few months, though. So they're telling us January. I think we're optimistic for that, but I think it's probably going to look closer to the spring. So, you're talking about hopefully we'll be ready for volleyball season and basketball, for the next fall, I think.
And, as bad as we need the rain around here, they've had the perfect weather to keep going.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's been a huge benefit, too. So they're making a lot of headway there. We're super excited about, like I said, the opportunities that are there as well.
So John, again, touch on the golf tournament before we let you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thank y'all for letting me come out. But, I mean, if you're interested in donating in any way to the golf tournament, again, it's going to be Monday, October 30th. We're going to begin registration at 10 o'clock, but we'll have a shotgun start at 1 with lunch right before that. And if you're interested in contributing in any way, you can go to llcaboosterclub.com/events.
Well, John, we appreciate it, and we hope everybody turns out, and y'all make a good fundraising deal here for Lindsay Lane, because they sure do need it.
Yeah, we sure do. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
As Jon Sherron joined us here from the Lindsay Lane Booster Club. Excuse me there. I got a little mixed up there. We're going to take a quick break. You'll listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon. P4 Physical Therapy is a new outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in Athens, Huntsville, and Winfield, Alabama, as well as Fayetteville and Knoxville, Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
Hi, this is Athens girls basketball coach Tiffany Tucker, and you are listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And excuse me, and welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're at the top of the hour, 11 o'clock, and that only means our special guest on the Yellowhammer Roofing Hotline is the head coach of the Huntsville Havoc, Coach Stuart Stefan. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing well, yeah. Getting excited here. Season's right around the corner. Players are starting to arrive next week.
Counting down the days, about 30 days, right? About a month away? Less than a month away?
No, it's less than that. I think our first game's October 20th, so yeah, about 20 days. Yeah.
So how did the free agent camp go? Did you find a lot of guys you need, and you signed some guys, or how'd that go?
The free agent camp went well. It was a good turnout, but we just invited one player from the free agent camp to our main camp, but most of the other guys we kind of recruit throughout the summer, so
yeah.
I think we had a good group coming in. So,
well, I don't know how to put this politely because I don't make it sound like some of the guys that came in weren't any good. Obviously, they wouldn't have been there. But were you hoping to be able to get more signings through that, or was it just something you were trying out just to see how it kind of went, floated out there?
We've done it for years. I think every year's a little bit different. Some years, I think the one year we invited 3 players, and other years it's 1 or 2. So I think each year's, kind of different on the talent level. So it just kind of depends on each year. So
So talk about your team coming in this year. You got some new guys, some of the older guys, and some guys that retired on you. Some are helping you out now. So just talk about your team.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little bit different this year. We've had a few of our guys that have been around for, I would say 5 to 7 years there with, Durar and Nukovic, and obviously Kaiser retired a year ago, and then Tyler Piacentini is obviously moving into coaching role. So some of our older veteran guys have, kind of moved on. But some of our second and third year guys coming back, excited to have them back. They just kind of got to move into that leadership role and kind of keep that culture that we've built here going, and obviously still putting a good team on the ice. And then we got a lot of, good young guys coming in that we're really excited to see during training camp here.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to ask a stupid question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So say, as the season goes on, and man, it's getting towards the playoffs, and you're really making a good push, and then you have a couple of guys that move up or a couple of injuries. Can Tyler put on a uniform and step back over across the ice, or?
No, he's done. He's not allowed. So.
Okay, that was my question. Was he allowed? Not that he would, want to. I was just.
You want him to be a player coach, then you talk.
There we go, player coach. I was just curious if he was available if needed. I guess. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't do that. Kind of once you officially retire and start receiving a paycheck from the team, you can't end up playing for them. So,
well, that's all right. At least you got a steady bench, so that's good.
Yeah, 100%. So.
You can't pull a Tom Brady and retire.
Yeah.
And I found out something the other day. I talked to Jamie Bussell on our podcast here earlier this week, and he was talking about when he got through playing college, he went to, I think, Macon. Just pretty much right after his college season got through, and I don't know any other sport that does that.
I don't know if there is any other sports that do that. I mean, we do it every year. Towards the end of the year, last year we brought in Mason Palmer, Matt Dorn, and Gavin Holland, I think. So 3 guys finish up their college careers, and then they didn't have a heavy workload at school. A lot of guys try to set that up because they want to play pro hockey. So, they came in, made a good impression on us, and that's we're excited to have them back this year too. So.
You're talking about going to heavy workload at school. I mean, some of these guys are like Jamie. He's going for his masters. There's 2 or 3 guys that are working toward their masters, and that just kind of flies in the face of the dumb jock label.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, most of our players, played NCAA hockey or up in Canada, it's called U Sports. So a lot of them play, university, college hockey. So I mean, almost every guy on our team probably has a graduate degree or undergrad. And then, there's a lot of guys that actually start working towards a graduate degree, especially with our schedule. We practice in the morning, so guys have a lot of time off in the afternoon. So there is time to, do schoolwork in the afternoon. So.
Okay. Maybe study on the bench there.
There we go.
Well, we got some long bus trips too, so I know.
Guys, that's true too. Yeah.
You got to read on the bus or do some work on the bus. I know guys have done that before too. So.
Coach, playing at this level, coaching at this level as an assistant, as long as you have, I've always been amazed at what y'all are able to accomplish with, this is a sport, not just the sport, but just, I guess, playing at this level is so crazy, especially towards the end of the year when, like I said earlier, you're making this playoff push and then you're losing players, you're gaining players left and right. Can you even explain how hard or difficult that is to be able to still manage a team, and not just a team, but a winning team, and have that opportunity to win a championship with all those different things coming at you at once?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, ideally, you would love just have your 19 guys here the entire year, but that's just not realistic. I mean, guys do want to move up and try to play at a higher level too, try to progress their careers, and obviously run into injuries too. So there's definitely a lot of roster changeover, but I think we've done a really good job here. making this a great place that, players want to stay and want to play at. That's why we've had, some of those older guys that played 5, 6, 7 years, even myself, because, we have a really good setup here, really good culture. So, we try to, make it as best as possible so guys want to stay. But, yeah, at the same time, when, there's injuries or guys get called up, it's definitely a scramble to go, find a player. Sometimes we're playing, Friday night, and all of a sudden we get a call Thursday after practice. And, a team wants to call one of our guys up, and now we're scrambling to try to get a player in for, Friday night to play. So, you're always kind of looking. Sometimes it takes away from some of the other stuff you want to do too. The coaching aspect, and also now you're scrambling to find players too. But it's a challenge, but at the same time, it happens every year. So you just got to be ready for it, and honestly expect it. So
now, are y'all affiliated with any ECHL team, or can anybody call one of your players up?
No, just we have no affiliations with the East Coast, so just any team can call. I mean, there's about, I think, 28 ECHL teams, and there's only 10 in our league, so affiliations don't really work with kind of those numbers. So, just any team can call anytime and be like, hey, I want to call this guy up.
Wow.
So.
Now, do they have to pay Huntsville like rent or whatever because you're renting their player? Or?
Nope. They just
take them.
Jeez. Make a phone call and see if the guy wants to go, and if he does, then he goes. So.
Well, at least they ask him. They don't just snatch him up.
They don't. Sometimes they don't either. Some of the players have agents, so sometimes the team go right around us, and all of a sudden a player calls or the agent calls like, I'm getting called up to wherever. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Bob's not going to be there tomorrow.
Well, I mean, that's like Max. Max got called up several times last year.
Yeah.
And you have to fill that spot in goal, for him when he gets called up.
Yeah, our goalies, we had last couple of years, actually, our goalies have been getting called up quite a bit. I mean, we've, recruited some really good goalies here, so they played well, and, they get those opportunities. Yeah. But, goalies, at least there's a lot of goalies out there all the time. There's, it's a limited position, only 2 spots on every team. So there are lots of goalies, but at the same time, it's difficult when you lose, a good one. And, they're playing well for you, and, like Max has won championships for us, so it'd be great to have him here, again. But it is what it is. So.
I mean, it's just to me, it's just mind blowing what y'all been able to accomplish year in, year out.
Yeah.
with all of this, and I know all the teams, it's not just y'all. I mean, every team experiences it, but y'all seemingly are able to do it better than others, and it's just tribute and testimony to what y'all are able to do as a staff. I mean, it really is, and so hats off to y'all. And that's why I think we have one of the biggest fan bases there is in the whole conference, because the product that y'all are able to put on the ice.
Our staff upstairs does an amazing job, obviously, like marketing, and we get the players out of the community a lot to do a lot of events. So I think we're one of the organizations in pro hockey where there's a lot of accessibility to our players, and I think that helps the fans get to know the players a little more, and now they want to come out and cheer those guys on too. So I think that's a huge part of it. Obviously the on-ice product helps, but again, our staff upstairs does, such a great job with their players, and just with our ownership all the way through the whole organization. We just, like I said earlier, we try to make this a really good place to play, and hopefully that it makes it where players want to come back every year. And also, they got to think about those call-ups sometimes. Like, I got a really good setup here. Maybe I don't want to take a call-up. So, have to do that too sometimes. So
are you still picking Glenn's mind, or Glenn trying to stay out of your way and let you do your thing, or how's that working?
Probably a little bit. I mean, I think for the most part, he's not buttoned in or, saying, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. But if I do have questions, I go to him, and he helps me out. There's no issues with that there. So, he's not coming down to the office telling me and Ty, oh, you need to do this, or you go after this guy. There's still some agents and coaches that reach out to him, with players, but he just literally just forwards on to me and allows us to make the decisions.
So you think he'll get fidgety that opening night?
I think he said maybe the games will be interesting, but he said too, like he's going to be he's going to be busy going around the arena, talking with sponsors and talking to the fans and people, and like it'll keep him busy too. But obviously he'll be, still wanting to watch the game. And I'm sure the first month or so will be, tough a little bit. Probably want to still be on the bench, but I think it'll run its course there. But I know he's still planning to come on the ice and help with practices, on days when, maybe he's got a little extra time and stuff like that too.
So how's the league looking team-wise? I know Birmingham was real stout last year, so have you heard anything on the other teams in the league?
Yeah, just like, in some of the, the signings, Birmingham, they got a lot of returning guys, so I think they're going to be really good again this year. They were a young team last year, and, as the year went on, they got better and better too. So, it's kind of the mold we're looking to, take on this year as well. But yeah, I think they'll be good. Roanoke's returning a lot of guys. They ended up obviously winning the championship last year. So I think they'll be strong again. And then Peoria as well. They finished first place last year during the season, and they got quite a few returners as well. So I think overall the league's going to be pretty solid again.
I talked to you on our Wreaking Havoc podcast here several weeks ago, and in case anybody missed that episode, you talked about how many hats the head coach actually wears in the SPHL. In case some of the folks don't know, I mean, enlighten our listeners there about what all kind of stuff you have to do other than just showing up at practice.
Well, right now I'm actually washing the bedding for the players' houses this year. So I'm actually up at the arena right now. I got, 3 washers going and about 3 dryers full of bedding. And then on my laptop, kind of, as the stuff's in the washer and dryer, I'm sitting on my laptop doing some, getting their kind of like playbook and that kind of stuff ready as well. So kind of doing 2 jobs at once right now, actually. So, I think that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, basically whatever needs to be done, the head coach will do it.
Yeah, between me and Tyler, I mean, even yesterday, like we're trying to get the houses obviously ready for the players. Like I said, we try to make it so that when they show up, they just literally got to show up and worry about hockey. So we were moving a couple fridges yesterday. Getting the houses prepared for the players.
And now we've been talking about the signings. You've also had to replace your athletic trainer and your equipment manager this year too.
Yep. Jason Lopez there, J-Lo, was with us for a long time. He actually took a job with, I think it's AEW there on TNT.
Oh, wow.
So he's actually working there. Pretty cool setup, but he still plans to be around quite a bit this year, still lives in Huntsville. He's going to, help out kind of voluntarily. But, so we do got a new athletic trainer in. It's made a really good impression so far, Cody. So, and then, Billy, kind of retired this year and then kind of changed his mind, actually. So he's going back to, he's going to go work in Evansville. But
I noticed that.
We got a new younger guy in here too. And again, he's only been here for a few weeks, but again, he's made a really good first impression too. So definitely a lot of change this year.
Well, Coach,
we're talking about the opening. I was changing my headphones here. We were talking. Is this the first year that the team has had a preseason game?
No, we used to have them.
Okay.
It's been. I'm trying to think. It probably before COVID. I think it was kind of when COVID hit. They stopped doing the preseason games, but we used to play preseason games back. 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. So,
okay.
Kind of nice to have one again. It allows us to obviously evaluate the players a little bit more, see them in game action and not just in practice. So.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Good luck this year, and we'll definitely be out supporting the team and supporting you guys, and we're looking forward to it, and we'll hope to have you on here again real soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. It's Coach Stuart Stefan, the head coach of the Huntsville Havoc, and we're going to take a quick break. You'll listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
Tailgate Talk is on Facebook. Just search for Applebee's Tailgate Talk, like our page, and post your questions, comments, or ideas for the show. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back on 1080 WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
When you're looking for something special for your next event, why not bring in the most amazingly fine flavored shaved ice this side of the islands? Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. Whether it's a school or major sporting event, a picnic, or a festival, Kona Ice brings the fun and laughter. From their steel drum music to their signature flavor wave, where guests can flavor their own shaved ice. No event is too big or too small. Kona Ice makes fundraising easy too. Call Kona Ice today and tell them what you have in mind. 256-566-5298. Or look for them on your favorite social media platform. Kona Ice of Decatur in Athens. 256-566-5298. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hi, this is Ray Scott, former Detroit Pistons player and coach, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at Applebee's on 72 and I-65. Keeping us on there, producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, along with Todd DeBod, Tomlin. I am Jay Vassar. And now join us on the First National Bank Making Communities Great hotline is Coach Michael Parker of the Clements. Coach, congratulations last night on the homecoming win. I think you played everybody except for Bobby Earl's grandson.
Yeah, we try to get them all in. I'll tell you what, that little boy can go too.
He can.
I might put him in some gear too. He can play. He's a little athlete.
It sounded like a really good night, Coach.
We had a good night. You know, we executed well offensively and defensively. Got after him a little bit on defense and got after the quarterback and messed some timing up on his routes. And overall, a pretty good night. You know, there's still some areas that we got to improve in, but that's a good step toward improving anyway.
Yeah. Did y'all even have to punt? I wouldn't think so. With 63 points, was there one maybe in there somewhere along the way?
No, I don't think he did.
No, we never punted.
That's awesome.
No, we never punted. So it was a good night. Good night for us. Good night. Good homecoming for the kids. They practiced hard all week, and they executed what we practiced. You know, and they haven't always done that. They didn't do it last week. And we put up 50 against Calvert Highs. And I told them, you know, all you got to do is execute what we do. And we'll put up some points. But you're going to have to execute it.
You got to execute it.
So,
maybe now that they're seeing that now, especially after 2 weeks in a row. And, you know, it's good to hear a little bit of pep in your voice because I know, you know, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago a little bit on the downside. You know, kids didn't seem to be buying in and doing what they were supposed to do. And I know as a head coach, it's beyond frustrating, and especially when you're trying everything and anything to get them to buy in, and they're just not doing it. But so hopefully they're on their way now. It's
frustrating when you have a lot of when you have all the belief in them and they don't believe themselves. You know, it's frustrating because you see it in them, and and they don't see it in them. Maybe we're getting past that hump, and maybe this will build some more confidence and going into next week, and maybe have an opportunity to build some more. So I hope so anyway.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. And I know Coach Legg, being a former alumni there, Jay obviously as well. We're in the whole community. We're super thrilled last night to get that big win, and still DAR. I mean, obviously they've been down, this year anyway, but in years past, oh my gosh, you didn't want to mess with DAR.
Yeah.
But what's even better when it's a team like that and you're supposed to perform like that, you did it. You didn't, they didn't play down to the level, they played to their level. Y'all did. So,
that's what we preached all week too. Yeah. We preached all week because last week we played at a standard that we were supposed to play at for 3 quarters, and then the fourth quarter we dropped down. Yeah. And that was our message all week to the kids: is you play at a standard that we're holding you at. Yeah. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You play to our standard.
And it doesn't matter what the score is.
I feel like, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. And even when I got my JV kids in there last night, they still played at a standard that we expected them to play at. Yeah. And we drove the ball on with the JV kids in there just because they did what we asked them to do.
That's great.
So, Coach, you got a non-region game coming up, Marion County. I know they're a 1A school. Tell me about them.
They are. They're 1A athletic. Quarterback's athletic. I mean, he can go. But their numbers hurt them a little bit. But they're sitting here at 3-2 or 4-2. Yeah. I think it's 4-2. Got beat by Fayette County last night.
Yeah,
so,
I saw that, but I don't even what part of the state is either of these teams in? I'm not just familiar with Marion County.
Marion County down in Ewan. It's right south of Hamilton.
Oh, geez. Okay.
So,
okay.
So.
But y'all are at home at least, right?
We are. Okay. We are. We went down there last year, so yeah, we're at home.
That's good.
And then the rest of the way, you got region games.
Yeah. Rest of the ways region, so it'll be Elkmont, Carver County, and then Phil Campbell.
Got to go to Phil Campbell.
Yep, you got to go to Elkmont, Phil Campbell, got Carver County at home.
Coach, just talk about, I know I've seen it, and we've seen it all, but Jaden Gilbert, he's just a workhorse of this team, and he's daring people to tackle him because he can scoot the hole quicker than anybody, and he made sure last night.
Yeah, he's just special, and last night right before halftime, the general rule is you get all you can get the first half, so. They went for it on 4th down and didn't get it right before half and left me some seconds on the clock. And here's Jaden Gilbert. I said, Jaden, line up in this formation and go score. He said, yes, sir. And he went to score. So,
how awesome is that to have that at your hands,
I mean, it's very special. He's a special kid, but, he's a great athlete, but he's a super young man, too.
And what an arm he has, too, Coach.
Yeah, he can sling it, but them receivers sometimes they ain't ready for it because it's coming. It's coming hot. But yeah, he's got a good spin on it. I guess we just got to work with him on putting a little touch on the football when the guy's wide open.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he can sling it, but there's been times where I've seen him throw a 5-yard out like he's throwing it 50 yards.
It's like Brett Favre throwing that ball.
Yeah, he puts them like, dude, that's a little much heat there, bro. But yeah, and once he gets that touch, it'll be even better.
Nice to have. Yeah, it's nice to have those receivers outside now. Now everybody can't load the box up because Jaden beat them with the pass.
Yep.
Those guys out there can catch pretty good.
And I think Kobe got him a scoop and score last night.
Yeah, I don't know if his hand's out of clouds yet or not.
and then. Wow. He did well, and then all of a sudden the referees couldn't get together on certain fouls, and we were just sitting there waiting.
I think it's been an issue all year.
I quit arguing with him because I felt sorry for him because I couldn't figure it out.
I mean, Jay brings up a great point, Coach. So have you? I'm not asking you to bash anybody here. Let's just talk the truth. I mean, the games I've been to this year, I'm like, he either moved or he didn't move. Why are y'all having a 5-minute conversation on a motion penalty? I mean, has it been that way? Is throughout the season for y'all? I know we're shorthanded with officials, throughout the state.
Yeah.
So it's a problem.
This crew we had last night, me and Don, we have a great relationship, Mr. Widener. We have a great relationship. So, I did sort of feel sorry for him last night because he was trying to figure it all out and had five other people talking to him. So I said, just tell me where to kick it off from, and I'm going to kick it from there. So he said, all right, Coach, you're going to be kicking from the 10-yard line. I said, okay. So anyway, I don't know. Overall, it's been probably the best year I've had with officials. Overall, so
I was trying to say, you hadn't had the poison out.
Let me knock on wood for him. He's got 3 region games.
Yeah, 2 of them on the road in areas that are notorious for such. So, yeah,
right.
You better knock on some wood, Coach.
Well, how late did DAR score last night?
I think it was late fourth quarter. Fourth quarter.
I knew it was late. I didn't know if it was like maybe last play of the game or something like that.
No, I think they I think they scored, and we went back out there and scored again with our JV kids. So, we took a knee at the 4-yard line at the end of the game to keep from scoring again. So, I'm proud of the entire team, proud of the way they executed, proud of the way they worked and held our standard up there and played to our standard. So it was overall a good night for the entire program. A lot of people got to play. Well, I think all of them got to play last night. So it was a good night for us.
Okay, well let's go on to our senior spotlight for this week.
Let's go with Caden Turner.
Okay.
Caden is starts at offensive guard for me, starts at linebacker, starts on special teams, and he never taps out. He don't want to come out of the game, and he's becoming a great leader. He was the one who got a lot of pressure on the quarterback last night, and got a couple of sacks too, I think. So he just had great effort last night. Can't take anything away from that kid. He's special to have on my team because I can move him anywhere on that offensive line. He can play that position. So he's a special one for us.
And he did well last night. Coach, I got to give you this little tidbit before we let you go. I got a call yesterday from Jason Black. His daughter JC's getting married next weekend. So he asked me, he said, can you fill in for me next Friday night? And I said, I sure will. So you'll be hearing a different voice up in that press box next Friday night against Marion County. So
you may have to get a cordless mic and come down on the sideline. We're pretty good when you're down there.
I might have to do that.
Jay Vaster, voice of Clements coach.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us, man. Good luck this coming week against Marion County, and we'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all for what you do.
Yes, sir. That's Coach Michael Parker from the Clements Colts. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
Missed part of this week's show? Archives are available on our website. You can also hear us on your favorite podcast platform, including iTunes, Google, Amazon, and more. Just check out the podcast page at tailgatetalk.net for a list of available apps and links. We'll be back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. Real estate, real easy. That's the motto at Innovative Realty Solutions, and providing the highest quality real estate services is their mission. With sound real estate advice, the latest information, and a skilled analysis of the real estate market, Innovative Realty Solutions offers a better home buying and selling experience with a fair, ethical, and, yes, innovative process. Innovative Realty Solutions. Visit them on Facebook, online at innovativerealtysolutions.com, at 100 North Clinton Street in Athens, or call 230-5950. Innovative Realty Solutions. Real estate, real easy.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand. First to help with community events and fundraisers. First to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations. First to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events. And most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank Bank. Making communities great together. That's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Takes the snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a couple. Touchdown, James Clements.
Be listening for James Clements High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at PASnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clements Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is James Clements boys basketball coach Frankie Sullivan, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, alongside Todd Tomlin and producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. I am Jay Vassar, and joining us now on the First National Bank, making communities great, is the Ardmore head football coach, Jonathan Snider. And like I said earlier today, buddy, happy birthday and congratulations on the win last night.
Man, I appreciate it. It's a little bit better Saturday than the last few have been, for sure.
Good birthday present, Coach, no doubt.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I know Auburn, Georgia is the South's oldest rivalry. I think Ardmore and Elkmont's the oldest county rivalry. What a game last night, man.
I think it was the 78th time, maybe, that Ardmore and Elkmont they played.
Very well could be the longest run in one then.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and last night was the exact definition of what you think the rivalry should be like. I mean, it was a great atmosphere and, very, very physical, tough game, and, proud of our kids and our coaching staff, man, just, putting their nose down and head down and going to work and finding a way to win.
They did. They got the job done. I watched some of it on the, I guess for lack of a better word, the Elkmont Sports Network.
I was watching with Greg and Heath on the Ardmore Sports Network while I was at the Clements game.
But they, like you said, man, it was hard hitting. Obviously the atmosphere over there, was wild, loud, and but you know what, the kids and especially that first half. I mean, what was it, 20-7? Is that right at halftime?
I think so.
No, it was 20-14.
20-14. That's right. Y'all scored late.
No, we got up 20-0, and they came back and scored 14 in the second quarter, and we went into halftime, only up 6 because we had a missed extra point. So,
yes.
It was we went out. We did some good things in the first quarter, and then they, give credit to Elkmont, Coach Bunio and his staff, because they bounced right back in the second quarter and, got them right back in the game.
But with that said, y'all responded and did exactly what y'all were supposed to and how you're supposed to do it. And it was pretty awesome to watch that and see how your kids reacted to that. Halftime speech must have been intense, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Well, it really, they sort of had us on our heels a little bit. And, we threw that late interception, and then we were able to get it back on the interception, late in the second quarter, and had the ball, and I knew we were getting the ball coming out of halftime, and I thought, let's just run the clock out. Let's find a way to get to halftime, regroup. We noticed some things that we were not quite executing well enough on either side of the ball that we knew we needed to get in and fix, and so we came out and decided to shorten the game a little bit in the third quarter and getting our whole package and sort of grind it out and put it on our kids' shoulders and ask them to be as tough as what we coach them to be, and they responded well. So really, really proud of them.
So you had last week off, and we talked to you last week, and you said that you had a chance to maybe kind of look at some things to tweak or maybe even change some stuff for this week? I mean, and so you come out and jump out 20-0. What were you able to adjust from 2 weeks ago?
Well, I think it was more just, our kids are sort of sitting back and us, sort of regrouping not only as a team, but as a coaching staff. And I mean, we found a few things that we tweaked here and there. And, it really wasn't anything that we saw differently. It was just really, getting in our kids' minds that, hey, we're only 4 games in. Yeah, I know it hadn't been fun, but like we still got a chance if we'll keep working to salvage whatever we want to salvage. And, so we regrouped. We saw some things on film. We got a first play of the game. They turned it over. Then we missed the field goal and then forced them to punt, and they snapped it over the punter's head. And we finally took advantage of it. So, we had preached some things, and you can't snap your fingers and make it happen. But, we always talk about trying to start fast and good things happen to us early. Well, it did, and then our kids started playing with some confidence. So, that was definitely different than what it had been.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're going to need that confidence going into next week. Got a 5-0 Fairview coming in. So, I think they're 2-0 in the region maybe. If you had even an opportunity to look at them and what they bring.
Yeah, we watched a little bit of film over the last couple of weeks of them, and really, really good football team, very physical. They like to run the football. They got a really, really good tailback, Eli Frost, who rushed for, I don't know, probably 2,500 yards last year, and a bunch of touchdowns. Just unbelievable running back. Coach Redding does a good job. We're having to go to Fairview. That going to that place is always a tough place to play anywhere down there in Coleman County is a hard place to play. And
we know what you're saying.
Hey, this group of kids, that I've got 9 seniors, and this group of kids have. They've never come back off a win. So, I'm anxious to see how they respond. I'm not saying we've handled the failures of the year to this point great, but, we did battle back. And so now let's see how we handle success and see if we can build on it.
And then a big win there that leads into fall break. So, you know how kids are during fall break.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Fall break, the worst nightmare of a football coach. Yeah. It's fall break.
I just want to know who made this schedule up, Coach. You got 4 straight region games. Who made that up?
The state.
Man.
Well, yeah, that's AHSAA. They're the ones that do that. So that's how you get your non-region games. Week 0, week 1. Week 5 and week 10, however you want to set it out, or some bye weeks built in, but they have region weeks set in stone throughout the state.
Hey, I tell you one thing about what y'all been doing is bringing back former Ardmore players and having them speak to the team. I really enjoy those posts on Facebook. Just talk about whose idea that was and how's that really been going, and who you got coming up for this week.
Well, so we it was something that Coach Creasy, when I was at Athens, Coach Creasy had done a little bit. I mean, it was probably 2013, I guess. He brought back some former players, and I was sitting around one day and I thought, that would be pretty cool. I mean, regardless of people want to look at past success or lack thereof or whatever, it really doesn't matter when you're talking about what it means to people to be an Ardmore Tiger and what it means to this community, because we do have so many that played and went to school there that are still there. They're still around.
Yes.
They're at every sporting event. They're your biggest supporter. I mean, and so we needed to bring those guys in and just talk to our kids about that. Hey, well, I'm not the only one preaching that it's more than just about what's happening right now. It's what it helps you in life and how you're not just playing for that person next to you. You're playing for the people that came before you, and why it's important to wear the black and gold. And, it's been really, really awesome to hear the stories. And, from, I had Mr. Raymond Fogg that played on the 1961 state championship team. He was here. He was with us this past Thursday to hear the stories of Coach Cooper, to hear, the stories in the 80s. We're up and down years, but just what it means to people. And, we don't have anybody set up this week. I got a couple of phone calls in to people, to come in, but we're looking at bringing back some, Coach Jerry Witt and Coach Bill White. I'm sure will be on the docket before long, and just some folks that really mean a lot to the tradition at Ardmore.
And
so it's really cool.
And I noticed that one week you had one of the fastest humans in Limestone County back in the day, Mr. Tony Gravett.
That's right, Tony Gravett. They call him lightning in a bottle, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, it's neat to have those guys back. Yeah. Ricky Widener came in yesterday morning and talked to our kids during first period, and he bleeds that black and gold. He got fired up, started getting chills, and I mean, it's just awesome to hear them talk about it. And our kids are locked in, listening to them. So hopefully they're taking some things.
I was just going to ask that. I was trying to picture myself as a 16, 17, 18-year-old, whatever. Would I have, whatever, old man? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how, as an adult, I appreciate that now, right? That history, that legacy that somebody came in front of us and left. But, yeah, I don't know. So I'm glad to hear that the kids, are absorbing that, because it does make a big difference.
It does, and I think they are. I think they're taking some things in. They get excited on who the next guy is and what the next story is going to be. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, kids, a lot of times are just, I can't wait to get out of this town. And they don't appreciate they don't take the pride in it until
they don't understand
later.
It. They don't see it.
They don't.
You just don't see it at that age. But
right. Yeah.
Well, let's do a senior spotlight.
All right. Next senior is Mr. Brody Wise. Brody has been a player all 3 years I've been there. He's played different positions. First year he was an offensive lineman. Last year he was a fullback, and this year he's playing running back. And Brody is one of those guys that, man, you talking about pouring your guts on the line. Yeah. Last night he poured his guts on the line for us, ran hard, ran through tackles, banged up, but just kept playing. And that's the type of kids that we like to have, that we want to win with. And really, really proud of Brody and how much he's grown up and matured, and proud that he's on our football team.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Hopefully Heather's got you a birthday dinner tonight scheduled.
Hey, my birthday present sitting at home on the couch watching 2 TVs of football and Ryder Cup all day. So I'm set. I'm good.
Hey, man, good. Congratulations again. A big win last night, and good luck against Fairview, and we'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. That's Coach Jonathan Snider of the Ardmore Tigers. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 and our PAS Plus app.
Look for Applebee's Tailgate Talk on Facebook, X, Threads, and Instagram. We'll be back with more Tailgate Talk after this.
Davis & Cole LLP in Athens has served the area, assisting individuals and businesses with bookkeeping, tax preparation and filing, and routine accounting. Davis & Cole LLP, located at 105 South Marion Street. Open weekdays 9 to 5. Call 256-232-9994. Davis & Cole LLP.
Ardmore Telephone Company has been operating right here in your community since the 1950s. Over the years, we've brought you advanced communication services such as telephone, high-speed internet, and security systems. And going forward, we'll be right here ready to provide you with innovative services and the high level of customer service you've come to expect. At Ardmore Telephone, our proof is the test of time, running decades deep. We're Ardmore Telephone, and we are here to stay. For more details, call 1-800-830-9946 or visit ardmore.net.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell, There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook. The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627.
Hey, this is Carly Hallman. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome, I'm sorry, Tim. Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. And join us now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, is the head football coach of the Elkmont Red Devils, Coach Chris Bunio. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Could be better. How are y'all?
Coach, a tough loss last night, man. We were watching, pulling for y'all, and just hate the turnout that came out.
Yeah, we just it was obviously apparent that we can't stop the run, and we had 6 turnovers on offense. So we're not gonna win any games with those stats.
I did not realize, y'all. I saw 2. That's all I saw. I was watching some of it on y'all's sports network. I didn't realize 6. Yeah, you're not gonna beat anybody with those kind of turnovers for sure.
Yeah, we threw 4 interceptions, and we fumbled the ball 4 times and lost 2 of them. So we just, our kids know that we can't compete in games if we're going to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, especially against
so that's what happened.
Teams, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And Ardmore runs the ball well, and once they get a decent lead, it's hard to come back from that because they're going to run the clock. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, though, Coach, man. I just got to tell you I love you. I do, man. Just watching you on the sidelines and your intensity and your coaching, your passion, not just for the game, but for the kids and your will to not just you to win, but for them, your team to win. It's pretty refreshing, Coach. So thank you for bringing that to Limestone County and Elkmont.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. It's frustrating at times, but I know you just, I guess you just got to be there for the kids and keep pushing them the best you can.
You're doing that. There was a time in the first half there, y'all were on a drive, kind of late in the first half there, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but we'll just say that you weren't happy with what happened. You were about a third of the way out there in the middle of the field. I was like, "Come on, Coach, man, you're finna get a flag." But you weren't fussing at the officials. You were trying to encourage your team to do whatever and get on the right page. But that's just the kind of stuff that it makes a difference. It does, and I think your kids buy into it and appreciate it. And you up to this point, I know last night was tough, and especially to a rival, but you've turned it around.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And Coach, I mean, you were down 20-0, and y'all fought back and got it within a score.
Yeah, I mean, we started out the game so bad. I mean, everything that could have bad that happened anything that bad that could happen happened. I mean, the first quarter, the first drive. I mean, golly. I mean, we fumbled the ball on a quick screen on like the first or second play of the game and gave them the ball on like the 20-yard line. And then they go down and score, gave them great field position, and then we throw like a pick six the next drive. And then we fumble the ball the third drive or throw a pick. So, I mean, the first quarter was just absolutely terrible. And but, yeah, the second quarter we clawed back and we scored twice, and the defense did a good job of standing up. And so we went to halftime only down 20-14. And then Ardmore, when they got the ball back the third quarter, their game plan was to run it down our throats until we could stop it, and we couldn't stop it. And they took 9 minutes off the clock and drove all the way down and scored. Wow. And they just ran the ball, and we couldn't stop it.
Yeah, you can't score if you don't have it. So yeah, that's backbreaking.
So credit to Ardmore. I mean, they came out and played hard. They played tough, and they stuck to their game plan, and they ran the ball well. And got themselves in a good position to stop us on offense. So they did a good job.
Coach, you got Colbert Heights coming in this week. You seen much of them on film this morning, or what do you think about them?
Yeah, we've gotten to watch a little bit of them. They've played some opponents that we've played so far this year, and they do a good job at running the football as well. So that's our biggest concern right now, is us being able to stop the run. They play hard, they play physical, they're aggressive, and as you guys know, this is an area game for us. So if we win our next 2 games, we're in the playoffs, and that's Colbert Heights. Oh, yeah. Colbert Heights and Clements. So our kids know that. I told them that after the game. It sucks to lose against Ardmore, but one of our goals is making playoffs. So that's still on the table for us. Yep. And luckily we get to play them at home this week, so I know that helps, and the kids are looking forward to it. So yeah, Colbert Heights will definitely be a challenge for us. I don't know if they'll be as big as Ardmore or have the same amount of numbers as Ardmore, but they're still going to be a challenge for us. So, but we're looking forward to it.
And we want a packed out Boss Hill Stadium for sure.
Yeah, that'd be awesome for sure. Yeah, I mean, we win this one, then it all comes down to Clements the week after at home as well. So
yeah, we can
still accomplish what we want to accomplish. So
yeah, we're planning on coming out and carrying that Clements game. So I guess
great, awesome.
I guess y'all Sports Network will run us out, and we'll have to do it from the top of the press box or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's room or not in there, but yeah, I mean, y'all are welcome to be in there or be on top or whatever's comfortable.
Well, hopefully the weather will be good, and we'll just do it from outside. Won't have to worry about nothing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Coach, it's one of those things. You've done such a good job, and of course we're rooting for you. But then when it becomes now towards the end of the season, we interview and we talk to all the coaches, in this county, and we generally pull for each and every one of you and your kids. And then it's like, oh my gosh, obviously we don't want to root against anybody. But, man, to see Elkmont in the playoffs would just be awesome. Freaking awesome, dude. Yeah. And so I'm going to have to say I'm going to put myself on the record. I mean, I'm just pulling for y'all to be there. My opinions are my opinions, not Applebee's Tailgate Talk. But,
I appreciate it. I mean, I know, it would be a very big deal, and it's definitely attainable. So it feels good. It feels good to be in that position.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's move on to our senior spotlight. Who we got this week?
All right, our senior for this week is Clay Looney.
Okay.
Clay is playing his first year of football this year, and he starts middle linebacker for us, which is pretty tough if you've never played football before. And he's still learning and growing and maturing at that position, and he's still figuring it out. But man, he's a great leader. He's a great teammate, and the kids look up to him. He's always respectful, always hardworking, and so I was just glad that he decided to play football for us this year, and he's been a big help for us. And I know that he loves being out there with his teammates and loves giving it his all. So that makes me happy as a coach, and I'm blessed to coach him.
And was Clay one of the guys you had over at Sheffield? Did he come with you? Who was
you talking about the first game of the year?
No. When we had the media day over there, yeah.
No, okay. He was not there.
Okay.
He was not there.
Because you had one guy who maybe it was he had not played in a while.
That was Jackson Long. That was Jackson Long, our right tackle. Yeah, he hadn't played football since like 6th grade, and so they both decided to play this year as seniors.
Okay. All right. Well, because Jackson and Clay may be the same way. I mean, Jackson told me that day that, just from the history of Elkmont football, he just didn't want to come out. And then he saw what was happening this year and said, I'm going to play.
Good for him.
Yeah, and I get that as a kid. I mean, if you're at a school and the program is going 0-10 every year, I mean, why would you want to play for them? And there's a new head coach every other year. Why would you want to play for something like that? It's not fun. It's not organized. It's not it doesn't motivate you or encourage you or support you. So, I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand why some of these kids didn't want to play. But I am glad that some of them decided to come out this year, and hopefully more and more will come out in the years to come.
And that's a testament to you, Coach, your culture you put in there, and kids appreciate that.
Well, I hope they do. I mean, it's not always fun, but we're working hard. And, I wish the scoreboard was a better reflection of it, but we're still in a pretty good spot right now. So I'm just looking forward to this week.
Yeah. Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. Good luck this week against Colbert Heights, and I know after this weekend's game, you got fall break, so everything changes. For, kids won't be around, all that stuff. So. I know they'll stay focused. You'll have them focused, and good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Great week, Coach.
That's Coach Chris Bunio, the head coach of the Elkmont Red Devils, joining us there. And, that 2 hours is about gone up, ain't it?
Pretty much.
Man,
yep.
It flies by, especially when you sit in Tomcat's chair here.
Yep.
Reckon he's listening to us down there at Auburn?
No, he's sitting there eating a big old steak and potatoes.
He's probably eating a Chick-fil-A sandwich right now. Him and the AP's probably talking about us. I think my ears are burning now.
A little bit.
Do want to say congratulations. Our athlete of the week was East Limestone's Jake Cochran.
Oh, quarterback Jake Cochran.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I've been meaning to do this for a long time, and it's slipped my mind, but I want to give a shout out to one of my boss. Well, he used to be my boss. He's moved up in the office there at work, but Mr. Mike McCammon, he's a great guy. His kids went to Bob Jones, and he's a real good dude, and he always goes and works out on Saturday morning, and on his way home he always picks us up on the radio on the WKC. So I want to give a shout out to him and appreciate him listening to us. And he works the weekend night shifts at work, so he's one of the pieces, as we used to call him, the rock. We call him the piece of the rock because he's the one that held us all together there when we first started. But Mike, we appreciate you listening to us, and Todd, it's been fun.
Yeah, buddy, you did a great job, man. Tom would be proud.
And Tim enjoyed it.
Folks, go out there and register your name for Howl with a Havoc.
Yes, sir.
We'll start giving those away here
pretty soon. And hey, golfers, get in touch with Lindsay Lane, playing that golf tournament. They need some money to help for that gym and their sports, all their sports out there at Lindsay Lane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, as Tomcats used to say, we ain't got to go home, but we got to get out of here. So for Todd DeBott and producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, I'm Jay Vassar. We appreciate y'all joining us, and we'll see you soon.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.